It'll pop up, just exit out of it. So, Life22 here today, and we are here with
Brianna.
Brianna, what's your business called?
Refined Furnishings.
Refined Furnishings, not Pottery Barn.
Not Pottery Barn.
Not Pottery Barn.
No.
Refined Furnishings.
Yep.
And we're at the local farmers market. We're here 8 to 1 till the last Saturday in October.
Yep, 27.
So, and you're here the whole time?
No. This Saturday, the first Saturday in September, then the third Saturday in September, and then October 13th.
Okay, sounds good. So you're going to be here for a large portion of the season, just not every week.
Yep.
All right, great. So what sets your product aside from like Pottery Barn? Mass-produced, made in China. Yours is probably locally made, right?
Yep, it's locally made. I refinish, refurbish, and then also build furniture as well. So everything is has a fresh spin on it. So like if somebody is getting rid of furniture, they often contact me and say, "Hey, before I either burn it or get rid of it,
We're burners. We've got wood burning stove in the house.
No, don't burn it.
we usually do. A lot of it's like like junky pine stuff that you probably wouldn't be reclaiming.
No, I'll reclaim anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll keep you in mind then.
Yes, yeah. And I strip it down to the original wood, and then I build it back up and I make it new again.
Okay.
So
awesome. So chairs, tables, dressers.
Yep, anything.
Okay.
Mirrors.
And I see down at your shop you've got looks like an old a large armoire door or a large cabinet door.
Yep. And I made that into a stand, and then I had somebody. That's my display stand, and at the home show somebody wanted to buy it, and I said, "Well, no, that's my display," and they're like, "But I want it." And so I had the twin of that door, and I took the twin and made it into an entry stand for her with a bench and then slots for her shoes with movable shelves.
That's
so that
cool.
way she could put boots in it if she wanted, or sandals, depending on the season.
Right, the size, and you can. Okay, that's really cool. So, all right.
So I can customize things for them if they want.
And like I talked to you earlier, there was like an old barn board, look from like a sub below the cedar shake on an old barn.
Yep. So I do barn wood. Like one of the things that's hanging up right now is the back of an old chair that I turned into like a mail rack for keys and your mail, because it was a broken chair and they were going to throw it out, and I was like, no. So I'll turn it into something.
The missus does things like that with her crafts, but she does more vinyl stuff. So like she'll do a little bit of tinkering with actual wood. So she'll stain like just pieces of old wood, and she'll stain them and put a saying or something on them, more like decor and sign work.
Yep.
Cups, things like that she works with.
Yeah.
I do a lot of window replacements, so I'll take the old window, I'll smash the glass out for her. She'll stain it and run strings between it so people can hang photos.
Oh yeah, that's
with the
cool.
little,
Yes.
Yeah, so little things like that. And I noticed, so you've got what's that, an old picture frame with the chicken wire on it?
Yes. Yep. And then
And what has it been repurposed to do?
that you can either, some people use it for their jewelry, and then I also put knobs on the bottom. So depending on what they want to use it for, if they want to do their jewelry, they can hang their earrings on the chicken wire, and on the bottom they can hang their necklaces.
Oh, okay.
Or if they're using it in their office, because I had a friend use one for her office, she puts like her post-it notes or memos or anything like that, and then on the bottom they'll hang like their keys and stuff like that, or their like key fob to get in and out.
Gotcha. That works.
Yep. So everything has a multi-purpose use for it, and each person's like, I might make it for one thing, and then somebody else is like, oh no, I have this totally different idea.
Can you
for it.
make modifications to this thing you've made? And okay, that's really cool. That's awesome.
And I had I had a customer come who had put in a custom order the second time that I was here, and then they showed up again today, and they're like, so have you started working on that yet? And I said, no, not yet. And they're like, well, good, because I'm making 2 barnwood slabs for them, and with shelves onto it with like glow in the dark resin into it.
Okay.
And they're like, well, I just got 2 blue wine bottles that I would like to add to it. So can you put a third piece in the middle? and somehow put the wine bottles and attach them to that. And I was like, sure. I said, so now we're doing 3 pieces? And I was like, they're like, yeah. And I was like, all right. So
Right. Just
tell me what you want and I'll do it.
yeah. That's something we've also come across too with the misses and her things. You know what I mean? Like somebody says, I really like that cup you've made, but I'd like it to say this instead. Can you make another one, or can you modify what's there?
Yep.
And it's that's awesome. That's you can't go to Walmart and do that.
No.
You can't go to a Pottery Barn and say, well, I'd like that chair, but can I get it stained different color?
Right.
Or can I get something similar? Do you have something similar? Can you whatever? Can you add a 4th leg to that 3-legged chair?
Yeah, no. Yep, no. And if they want like a different color, I can customize the colors, and I do what I can to make them happy. So
Sure, that's awesome. So now you've been this is your first year with the market?
yes,
Okay.
first year. Yep.
All right.
It's my 2nd year doing refinishing and rebuilding and making stuff though.
Okay.
So
Is that your primary job, or is that more of like an after?
Nope.
Like some people go to work 9 to 5 and then they come home and then their hobby is their passion and their
Yes.
farmers market.
yes.
Yeah.
Nope. This is my actual part of my self-care. My main 9 to 5 is I'm a school counselor. So
Okay.
this is what I do to relieve the stress of that job.
Sure, I
So-
hear you. I've talked to a bunch of school teachers.
Yeah.
Some of them go hunting. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just so. That's awesome. So what's your take on the market so far?
I love it actually. This is actually my first time ever coming down to it. So when I joined, that was my first experience of it. And my tent ripped apart the first day, and
Things happen.
everybody came running to help, and I was actually
We're
blown
like a
away
family
by
down
that.
here.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
And I was like, hey, thanks. And so it was very welcoming, even though the tent blew away.
right. It happens. I've had to run over and dive bomb tents before
Yeah.
for people and help hold down a leg. So it's
Yeah.
it's a good experience. So,
Yeah.
what do you think it does for the community as a whole?
I think it makes it better. It's so welcoming and everybody's so friendly that you feel like a part of something bigger. Just every time that I come here, I meet somebody new, and I see so many people that I don't get to see on a regular basis. So
Right.
every time I come, I get to reconnect with people that I haven't been able to see in a while.
Not everybody who's a soccer mom, right?
Yes.
You see soccer moms all day, all the kids, so.
Yeah, I guess all walks of life, and then everybody can bring their pets and their dogs here, and it's very welcoming.
Right.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we get a lot of that vibe around here. That's what I love. You know what I mean? You can't go to the deli at a local. You can go to a local grocery store and know the guy that's slicing the meat up, but
Right.
you come here and you're getting a pack of bacon, and you can actually talk to the guy who
Yes.
knew that pig.
Yes. Yep.
He had to
Yep.
kill that pig,
Yeah.
make you bacon, but then he could tell you the story, he could tell you everything that went into it.
Yeah.
The vegetable farmers can tell you everything about what they use in the soil to make your vegetables, and you could tell people everything that you could tell me the story about that chair. You could say, "No, I got it from this guy named Jeff," and he.
Yep. And I can tell, yeah, and that's. And
He had
that's what I
Thanksgiving
like.
dinner, and that big heavy Anna has sat on the chair and destroyed it. And tell the backstory that somebody else told you, and then you
Yes.
you repurposed it, and that's
Yep.
that's awesome. That's
Every piece has a history, and I get to find out that piece, so
yeah.
and pass
And
it
then
on.
to the new owner, right? So it's like when you buy a house, you wish you could talk to 3 owners prior to find out all the stories, and that's
Yeah.
you get a little bit of that with each minuscule purchase you make at a farmer's market.
Yes.
So
Yes. You do, and it's fun. It's fun.
we usually pick a tidbit. Did you think of
I did.
okay?
And when you first told me that, I was like, oh God, what am I going to say? You can make your own stains. So a lot of people are like, oh, you have to go to the store and you have to buy all your own stains.
You got to
and
buy
make-
something that some factories
Yeah, and all these chemicals are in it and whatever. So
replicate oak or cherry or
yeah, you don't have to. You can actually make your own stains from products at your house, and I've done this, and they actually come out very beautiful. All you need is vinegar, steel wool, and then you can choose to use coffee grounds, tea, and different types of cider will also give you different colors. So you can just use distilled vinegar or balsamic or apple cider.
Okay.
Yep, and it'll change the colors of the stain.
And so things more than just teas or coffee, you could use you recommending like blueberries. I'm going to say like.
Oh, I haven't tried fruit.
I'm just I like when you said that you're using things from the house. I'm thinking, well, that's coffee, tea. These are things that stain people's tapestries and clothes. Like, okay, what else stains people's clothes? Beets, blueberries,
strawberries,
things that you walk around and you see. I tell you to melt down a couple popsicles. My kids get those things everywhere.
True. Yep, and so there's just a reaction with the steel wool, and then you just let it set over 24 hours to 48, and
as you're making it to go on, right? You're not like mixing this up in a container, right? Or is this?
No, you put it in like a glass basin jar, pour the vinegar in, steel wool, and then.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like mixing it together and applying it with the steel wool.
No,
you're letting it soak with the steel.
Yep.
And then you do what you normally do to put stain on. You grab like a rag, you dab it, and you.
Yep. And you just coat it.
Okay.
If you want it darker, if you want a darker color, then you just reapply it.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And you rub it off until you get the color you like, and then okay, I like it twice as dark. Put on another coat.
Yep.
Okay. Not a lot of viewers, deal with stain like that, but
and then you just polyurethane it. Comes out beautiful.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal some of these tactics, give them to the missus, and see.
Smells potent because it's vinegar, so you gotta be able to handle that. Like, so I would do it in like a well ventilated area, but
right.
Besides that, it's harmless.
Okay. Well, room of the house you smoke your cigarettes in.
There you go. There you go.
Well, that's awesome. Yeah. See, little tidbits that viewers get to see it, and it wasn't so painful, was it?
No.
See, it's a lot easier. Plus, it's good. It's a good promotes people to come to the farmers market.
Yeah.
Promotes your local business. Lets people know what wares you're offering, and they can find you on Facebook.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Just Refined Furnishings, Olean.
Refined Furnishings, Olean. Just Google it on Facebook.
Yes.
Search it on Facebook.
Yep.
Any website or anything like that?
No, not yet. Everything's on Facebook.
Okay. Awesome. Well, cool. So. Life22 here, Farmers Market, 8 to 1. I know I've beaten that to death in every video. 8 to 1 until the last Saturday in October. Subscribe to the channel. I know some of you are reluctant to do that. Check out Refined Furnishings of Olean on Facebook, and we'll see you next Saturday. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I didn't realize you were doing